All right. Welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have you with us here tonight. And thanks to everybody who popped on time. I know we're having some popping on later, but we have so much information to cover. You will not believe what we're going to cover in this hour. Here we go. Let me give you the rundown of what we're going to talk about here tonight. We are going to be talking about how to cook using Young Living Vitality oils. We are also have a special guest. She's going to share some pure, clean cookware with you. So if anybody's interested who's watching this on Facebook, just give me a message and I'll give you her information so you can contact her later. We also have two prizes we're going to be giving away, one this weekend and one tonight. So if you're popping on, if you're watching this and you'd like to pop on the Zoom, do that, because anybody who pops on the Zoom and brings a guest with them will be in a drawing for a free Young Living product. Also, if you decide to purchase $100 this weekend, you will be in a drawing for this beautiful diffuser. So these are just some things that are ahead of us in this quick 58 minutes ahead. But what we're going to do is just start out and tell you a little bit about cooking with Young Living Vitality oils. And then we're going to turn it over to Dolores, and she's going to tell us about her cookware. So why would you cook? Why would you want to cook with good, clean essential oils? Well, we know that essential oils are plants, trees, and herbs themselves, where they're super concentrated. So if you use these in your cooking, you're actually going to save money. We're all into saving money, aren't we? That's what we like to do. So when you have essential oil, like if you have this essential oil, cinnamon bark, you just need a swirl of this in your cooking or baking. Mostly cinnamon we use for baking, sometimes for cooking. What you would do is you open the top off of your essential oil bottle, put a little toothpick in that little hole, swirl it around, and then you swirl that into whatever you're baking or cooking. Because that, oh, this smells amazing. That is all you need. You do not need even a drop of these oils to make your product, whatever you're baking, cooking, fantastic. And these oils, you have to remember, Young Living plants their own product. They weed their own product. They watch it from start to finish to bottling and sending it to you. They're in charge. So they are so far beyond organic. Organic is 20 years with no pesticide. Young Living is 50 years with no pesticide. So you're getting such clean product. That's absolutely amazing. So tonight I have so many graphics for you all too. If you have a phone and you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and get that so you're ready. We're going to start with our first graphic that's super important. You want to take a screenshot of this. So here we go. How do you know how much Young Living oils to use? How do you know how much? Well, if you can get a screenshot of this, this will give you an idea. Do you need a teaspoon, a tablespoon? Do you need half a teaspoon? So they're all a little bit different because some of the oils are more potent than others. And when you're cooking with them, you want to make sure that you don't put too much. That is the whole problem cooking with Young Living Vitality oils. It is super easy to put too much in there. So if you get a screenshot of this graphic, then you have your conversions ready to go. So you see there are so many different vitality oils. I'm going to also tell you about a kit that you can get. It has Young Living Vitality oils in it, and I'm going to be talking about those products tonight, those different oils that come in this Vitality cooking kit. But before we start cooking, we need cookware. So we're going to turn it over to Dolores, and she's going to tell us about why our cookware matters. So go ahead and take it away, Dolores.
Okay. Why does our cookware matter when we're cooking? Because we want to cook in good cookware. Now, many people have not did their homework to find out what's the best cookware to use. Now, we have found through our studies in the past years that 1810 stainless steel is the best cookware to have. Now, if you have bought cookware that is non-stick, we have found out that the non-stick cookware out in the stores may not be what we call PFOA free. That's right, if you can see that. PFOA free, and a lot of other containers that we use in our kitchen may not be BPA free. So we need to find out if we're cooking in the right thing, especially BPA when you're using essential oils, because they're strong and you don't need a whole lot. And if you're using plastic utensils and mixing up certain foods that you're cooking with, it's not going to work in plastic. Trust me, because it's strong and it will eat through that, and you don't want that. And I see one of my friends from Las Vegas chiming in with us. And if she knows Sharon, and maybe I can get Sharon to speak a little bit about the BPA. But PFOA is polytetrafluoroethylene, and it is a compound found in a lot of nonstick cookware. But Princess House offers you the opportunity to earn or purchase your cookware that you can cook in and feel safe about. Now, this is a nonstick skillet of ours. And as you can see, if I can bring it up closer, it is PFOA free. Now, what does that mean? Polytetrafluoroethylene is not in this nonstick skillet. And this is something you want to use, especially if you're using the essential oils in your cooking. You need to use the right utensils, which we do have the utensils to go along with this. And let me see if I can get one behind me here and show you this spatula. This spatula is it is made of a stainless steel with silicone. Silicone does not scratch your skillet. You remember years ago when maybe your mother bought those Teflon skillets and pots and pans, and they thought they were cooking uptown with that, but actually they were hurting themselves. Why? Because they were not PFOA free. And many people develop cancer. They develop bladder cancer, kidney cancer, testicular cancer, and some other types of cancers that were found in people who used those Teflon cooking utensils years back. And many people wonder, why did they not warn the people about that? Well, it's all about money. That's what it's about. But Princess House has made it our aim to do our research and inform our customers out there in the field that they need to get the best cookware on the market. You might say, well, I can't afford it. Well, you can earn it free, and we can tell you how. And my number is in the chat, and you can call me and I can explain to you how you can actually earn your cookware free, but also get the utensils that go along with this, because this is not Teflon. Teflon is what caused the damage. And believe it or not, I think they just closed the $6.71 million lawsuit with DuPont, who made that Teflon years ago. And you might say, well, my so-and-so developed cancer and had this type of cancer and that. Well, 9 times out of 10, they got it from the Teflon that is used. Because always remember, as Chris was telling you about the oils, you don't need a lot of oil to cook with. And some of the oils that she's offering to her customers is essential oils that is great for adding to your food. It aids in digestion and help other areas of your body that you need it in. But if you're going to use that, you need to get the right utensils to do that. And with Princess House, it does come with a glass etched Heritage Blossom lid. And actually, you can put the skillet in the oven if you want to bake something. The whole skillet can go in the oven up to 400 degrees. So, and we do have other pieces of cookware that you can inquire about also. But now the BPA, I'd like Sharon to speak a few minutes about the BPA, which is containers that we have in our homes. And I don't know if I think I have one behind me here. I can show it if she does. Do you mind doing that, Sharon, just for a moment?
Not at all. Thank you. Good evening, ladies. How is everybody doing today? Good, good, good. Well, what she's referring to, have you ladies ever heard of BPA? Well, BPA is found in plastics, like our plastic bottles that we drink from, you know, when we buy bottled water or when we microwave in plastic. So that's why it's encouraged. And you can look this up on Google to microwave in glass versus plastic. Now, some plastics are kind of safe because they are BPA free. But that BPA, like she's holding up one of the glass containers right there, it's commonly, and it's a poison. It's commonly found in, like, if you look in, you need to read labels just like you read your food labels. When you go to the store, pick up a piece of plastic and read the containers and see if it's BPA free, as well as the water bottles. If you buy water in the bottle, make sure that those bottles are not BPA free. Another thing too to caution about water bottles in plastic, it's almost summer. It's warm here where I am. Don't leave your bottled water in your car when you're leaving. If you take a bottle of water with you, take it with you inside, because if you leave it in your car, it's going to warm up, it's going to get hot, and then that's going to leach into your water. So that's the thing about BPA. It's commonly found in plastics and it's poisonous. So you want to really be careful about plastic that is not BPA free. And everything we sell, if it's plastic, it is BPA free. And that's Princess House, of course.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon.
You're
and
welcome.
As you can see, the tops, you press down to open it because it seals itself. And once you put your item in here, actually these dishes can go in the oven. You can actually put it in the oven. You can put it in the freezer, put your top on, but make sure your lid is closed. And then when you seal it, it seals itself. Press the little button on top, and that lets the air out and it seals. You can put it in the oven. This is important because if you're using the essential oils to cook with, you do not want anything to bleed through plastic. And as Sharon said, this is BPA plastic because everything on the market is not BPA. So you got to be mindful, even when you're buying throwaway things for your celebrations during the holidays or during time you want to go on a picnic. And I think there's one company, I don't remember the name right off, I think it's Hefty. They're making some of their items BPA free, but be sure to look at that. And please, as Sharon said, don't put them in the microwave because it leaches into your food and causes a problem. And like the water bottles she mentioned, you do not want, if they're not BPA free, you do not want to put oils in there because sometimes people drop a couple of oils in their water bottle because they need a refreshing feeling in their body or whatever the case may be, or you just want to get a little spirited going in you or whatever, depending on which oil you use, peppermint and all that. Because to tell you what I did, when I started doing the oils, I actually took some peppermint oil and put it in my humidifier. The next day, when I looked at my humidifier, it was all eaten up on the inside because the oils are very potent. That's why you don't need to use but a drop unless you're putting 2 drops more because of the dish that you're preparing. But that plastic inside that humidifier could not handle that oil. And that's where I made my mistake. So Chris is helping you to appreciate if you want to cook in the right tools where you don't get a contamination of anything. And by the way, BPA is bisphenol A, and it's a form of plastic that has been made to put a lot of plastic things in, you know, a lot of liquids into certain plastics so they don't burst. You know, when they had the glass milk jugs and you were breaking them or dropped them, well, that's why they went to the plastic. It was a cheaper way to sell milk. But I wish we still had it in the glass bottles because it even tasted better. So if you're interested in learning how to earn or get free any cookware from our company to use with your essential oil dishes that you're preparing from Young Living, just call me and I can tell you how to earn it free if you don't want to buy it. And then you can put it on the layaway. We do have a 60-day layaway plan if you'd like that. But please, just as you are concerned about what's going in your body, you need to be concerned about what you're cooking in. And aluminum is another thing you need to get out of your kitchen. aluminum causes dementia and Alzheimer's. Anyone still using aluminum in their kitchen needs a whipping or a spanking, like grandma say, because it has been a proven factor that many people who have died of Alzheimer's and dementia, they had an 80% overload of aluminum in their brain. You can't get around aluminum, don't get me wrong, because a lot of medications have minute amount of aluminum to balance out the prescription of that particular medication. But it's not enough to give you an overload to give you dementia. But if you're using aluminum in your kitchen for wrapping up and baking things in, that's a no-no. No one has ever told you that, have they? And also, you're wrapping your aluminum for baked potatoes. That's a no-no. You don't want to do that. You best to put it in an air fryer. You have an air fryer, you can do all of that in an air fryer by baking that potato in that. So we're trying to help our older generation, because the young generation don't want to listen because they're too busy going to McDonald's, Burger King, and Hardee's buying their food. But we want to help our younger generation that is still cooking at home and not going out to cook in the right utensils. And we do have them, and we are promoting this on our health awareness classes with Princess House. So if you're interested, give me a call, and we'd be more than glad to tell you how you can get the dishware that you need to cook with your natural oils. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that information. So now we have our cookware straightened out to make sure we're as healthy as possible. But like Dolores had told you about, we want to make sure when we're using the oils, we're using glass, no plastic, or stainless steel. These are the two things that work. This is a cute little glass that I got when I was at Young Living. But since I have it here, this is my sparkling water. This is the first thing I want to start telling you all about. Grab your lime vitality oil and a drop. This is my favorite thing to do. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I love lime. If I can get a drop out, there we go. Lime vitality oil is amazing in sparkling water. Anything that you want to put it in, it's amazing. But this is like the beginning of everything for me. You need some good water, and lime is something beautiful that you can put in your water. Okay, so we have it right. We have good cookware, we have glass, or we have stainless steel that we're using. So let's talk about some recipes. Would you like to know what can you do with essential oils? So here's just a basic little recipe. Maybe you have some salt and you'd like to make some herbal salts. So what can you do? You can take 2 drops of basil, and you can take 2 drops of marjoram. I don't know where my marjoram is. Hold on until I can find it here. 2 drops of marjoram. And you can take fennel, a drop of fennel, a drop of rosemary. You want the vitality rosemary. Here's rosemary. And a cup of salt. Mix that all together, and you will have some amazing seasoned salt to use while you're cooking. And just that mix is beautiful. Of course, you can have any mix, but this is just something nice that I think you guys would all enjoy. So let me tell you a little bit about the Vitality Culinary cooking kit that Young Living has. It has 8 different oils in it. So here's some of the oils that are in it and what you can do with them. Number 1 is peppermint. The peppermint vitality. This I personally just love to freshen my breath. It's a super strong hot oil. So you really want to mix it with a little something. Of course, oil is better than just water because oil and water don't mix. But if you're like a wild oiler like me, I just take a drop and stick it on my tongue. And then I wish I had never done that because it's really too strong. But it's a great breath freshener. How can you use peppermint when you're cooking? Let me find the graphic that I want to show you. This is my favorite. And this, you guys all, if you have come to my home, or if we have seen each other in person, you probably have tried this out. Let me find, I'm not finding. but I wanted to show you. But it's a peppermint brownie recipe. After we turn this over to Rochelle, I'll pull that up for you later. You take a few drops of peppermint, maybe 10 is what I like. Just
Thank you.
I grab a
You
brown.
have to feel better, Georgia, okay?
I will, Jill.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Sorry about that.
Bye.
Let's-
Bye-bye.
All right, good night.
You guys. All right. So here we go. You take about 10 drops of peppermint vitality, mix it in a brownie mix, bake it, and it is the most amazing taste of brownies you can imagine. It's like a peppermint patty in brownie form. The peppermint vitality is beautiful. So it's usually used with sweet things. You can also put it in tea, can make a tea. You can put it in ice cream. You can put it in anything chocolate that you're making. But like I said, brownie mix is my favorite. So this is one of the oils that's in the Vitality Kit. Orange is another one. So you want to take your orange vitality and you want to use this when you're cooking sweet things. Cookies. What about making a smoothie? You can put it, especially if you have a glass blender that you're making your smoothie in. So you can put orange vitality oil in your smoothie. What about some marinades for your meat? Yum. Orange. Maybe a swirl, like we said, with the toothpick, or even a drop of orange is beautiful in your marinades. This goes well with any kind of Asian food you might be cooking. And it's an energizer that you're going to love in your cooking. If you make granola, orange is beautiful to put in your granola. I made that actually last night. Yogurt. If you like me, I like plain yogurt. I don't like a lot of things in my yogurt. I don't like all the sweet flavorings they put in yogurt. Orange, swirl it into your plain yogurt. If you're making pancakes, orange, a toothpick swirl of orange in your pancakes is amazing. Well, I don't know if you go to the extent of making cheesecake, but if you make cheesecake, orange is beautiful in your cheesecake. So another oil that is in this bundle of oils is cinnamon bark. Cinnamon bark is, again, another oil that's beautiful with sweet things. Cinnamon is super for digestion too. You have any teeth issues? This is very aromatic and warm. You all know what cinnamon is like, but if you use a swirl or a drop of cinnamon, it makes beautiful muffins. Put a swirl, a drop in your muffins. Oatmeal. Do you have oatmeal in the morning? Great for cholesterol. Put a swirl or you really just need a swirl, but maybe a drop if you love the taste of cinnamon in your oatmeal. Cookies, cakes, waffles, cocoa, hot cocoa with a swirl of cinnamon is something you're absolutely going to love. So that is something that I wanted to share with you. The recipes are coming up later, but let me tell you about the other oils that are in this bundle, Vitality Culinary Kit. Rosemary. It's a rosemary vitality oil. This is for savory cooking. Rosemary is great in tomato sauce. Any kind of Italian dish you have, a swirl or a drop of rosemary in there is awesome. Chicken is great with rosemary. You just need a little drop of it. So here's something I want to tell you about too. If you're baking, we know that these essential oils from Young Living are so pure and great that they benefit our bodies. They actually work with our bodies. But if you bake them, you are still going to have the amazing taste, but you're going to lose those therapeutic benefits, just so you know that. Okay. So what else? Chicken. Bake some chicken, have some rosemary in the sauce. Yummy. What else? If you want to mix some together, grab your Vitality, lavender, and rosemary. These are nice together. And lavender is also in that kit. Stews are great with rosemary. Fish is great with rosemary. Maybe you have a savory bread that you're baking. Rosemary would be a good choice for that. Roasted vegetables, rosemary, or stuffing. So really, as you're seeing anything that you would go out and purchase the herbs for, you can use our vitality oils instead. So you are saving buku money because these are always here. These little bottles have 90 drops in them, 90 drops of oils. We're talking about swirls. This is going to last you months and months and months and months. So you don't have to worry, did my basil go bad in my fridge because I had to buy it, spent all this money on it, and I only used a small portion. So with these oils, you are absolutely saving money. Once you have them, you have them. They're there forever. You don't have to worry when you're making a recipe. Oh, do I have rosemary? Do I have oregano? You have it. It's always with you. Oregano is another one that is in this, and you can kind of use it the same as rosemary. Italian dishes, tomato sauce, chicken dishes, marinades, pesto sauce. Here's another idea that you can make infused oil and vinegar. You can use your rosemary, you can use your oregano, and you can infuse your olive oil with some of these. So you have this beautiful taste for your salad dressings. And last but not least in this kit, I'm going to tell you about before I turn it over to Miss Sunburnt is lavender. So to me, this was something kind of strange, using lavender in the kitchen. But lavender is not only great for tea, but you can pair this with sweet things or with your marjoram or your rosemary. These are more meat dishes that would be beautiful, like chicken, turkey, lamb. What about some sweet things? Lemonade, lavender lemonade is a beautiful one. Blueberries go well with lavender, pear, and even chocolate. So if you're doing any of this baking in your kitchen, you can feel free to use your lavender vitality oil with it. All right, I'm going to find my graphics I want to show you guys, but right now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Sunburnt Crown, and she's got some great information for you also. Are you with us? Ready to go? Are you helping her out, Danielle, or are we going to wait for her to introduce you?
Okay, I can help her out. She's probably tied up.
Okay,
I
perfect.
just pulled in the driveway. Go, Danielle. Do your thing. I'm coming in. I'll
Okay.
come up to help.
You go, girl.
Okay, so today what Shell had for you, and it's really nice because now it's starting to get warm, is a cranberry and lime spritzer. So she had me to get everything together for her, and I tried it, and it's actually wonderful. And it's a really simple recipe, and I have everything right here. And so call for just 3 ingredients: 2 cups of cranberry, a cup of ice, a half a cup of sparkling water, and 1 to 2 drops of lime. And so I have everything here like she asked me. So here's the lime, and it's really nice. Chris was saying everything you need, just a little bit. So Shell has got me a little dropper. And so just one little, not whole drop, but just one little drop. And I'll put it into the glass, as you can see, just one little drop. Oh, it's a bubble. Okay. And then I actually, the cranberry juice was almost gone, so this is exactly 2 cups, so it's already measured out. And so I'm going to add the cranberry juice. Well, there's a little left over. I guess my glass was too small. And then I'm going to put the ice in. So, and I like to use these round, they're square or round because they don't melt and water down your drink. So it's really nice. And so I'm going to add that. And then the last thing would be so this is a sparkling water, but it's blueberry pomegranate. So that should make it really nice. And that was a half a cup. And so I had already measured in the glass when I tried it, so I know exactly about where to stop. So that's about a half a cup, a little more. And then I'll mix it. And so then I'm just gonna go ahead and stir it up. Michelle just walked in, so we'll have her try it. That's what she always does. Okay. Right on time. Okay. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's really, really good. Oh, that's really refreshing.
It's very refreshing. I liked it. And so of course, if you wanted to, you know, later, another day, add, you know, a little probably vodka or something you like to it, but it was so nice. It's such a beautiful day. I mean, it's just, it's perfect. It's just a nice, freshened drink. So now I'm gonna hand it back over to Rochelle.
To me? Oh, am I doing something else? Okay, so
It's up
this,
if you want to, go ahead.
can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me on my phone, Danielle? So along with that recipe, there were these recipes were all about a lime essential oil, which I love because it is a mood lifter. If you just out of the bottle, it smells wonderful. And a lot of times, if we're making little drinks at home, any type, whether it's mocktail or cocktail, sometimes when we have friends come over, we'll say, oh, let's get the lime. And when we add the lime, no doubt, almost every single person is like, oh my gosh, wow, what did you do? And real lime is good, it's great. But the lime essential oil comes from the zest of the peel. And so it's way brighter and refreshing. And I never think about that until somebody else will comment on it. It's like the same thing with orange. Again, it comes from the peel. And anytime, if you know people who are cooks or chefs and they zest the peel, that's what you're getting. And there's essential oils, you see them coming out. So another recipe called for raspberries, any type of sweetener, again with ice, you muddle it and you put some mint leaves in it, the same type of thing. So anything to do with fruits, whether you're using lime or and I'm sorry, it was raspberries and blueberries, a sweetener, ice, and you're good to go. So it was delicious. It didn't cost, you could use a sparkling water, you can embellish it any way you want, but those were the two fruits that came again with the lime essential oil. Again, making it your own, you can use orange essential oil if you choose to, or lavender. And I heard you talk about the lavender lemonade. It's very delicious. You know, you purchase your favorite lemonade, again, you embellish it, you add a drop or two of the lavender. It's wonderful. So that's what you do when it comes to cooking with the vitality oils. But the one thing that I really want to share with the vitality oils right now as of late is the seasonal changes. And it's the 3 that I'm using. And I literally just had a conversation with someone. They asked me, why aren't you looking like you don't feel well with everything that's floating in the air? And I just said, I use essential oils. And they said, I do too. Do you use this other company? No, I use Young Living. And they have a vitality line. And the vitality line is what you can ingest. That's the way Young Living makes it. That's the whole point. You can clearly distinct which ones you can ingest. There's other conversation that goes with that, but those white labels is how you really know. And so I use 3: lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And I use them in that order. If I'm not feeling great, I use 2 drops, but most times I just use 1. Put them right on my tongue. And the lemon helps to cleanse whatever's in there. The lavender calms down all the nerve endings, and that includes my eyeballs. And because people say, well, what do I do? Because my eyes are itchy and they're red. It calms it down. I am the living, walking, breathing person who can tell you that's exactly what happens. And then the peppermint helps to open everything up. And I'm telling you, in the Valley, in California, and Fairfield, in Vallejo, where we live, things settle. And it will just tear you up. You hear people walking around. I know I'm on the internet. I don't care. This is what happens because they laugh. What's wrong with you? Why are you making that noise? And it's just crazy. It really is. But those oils get in there and it's 1 or 2 drops. Calms it down. I never thought, I'm not joking, because I kept thinking, I know I'm going to have to hit Costco. I'm going to have to get something. What are these drops really going to do? They ain't going to help me. Come on. This is some serious business that's going on in the air. I'm calm and I'm free. And so until it doesn't happen, this is what you're going to get. But again, that vitality line, we're talking about using it for cooking, but we're also talking about using it to take in the things you can do. And with those changes that are in the air and the rains that came through, things are blossoming like never before. So keep that lemon, lavender, and peppermint, on the top of your brain and use it when you start to feel those annoyances to kick in. And that's all I have to add.
Perfect. Thank
Back
you.
to you, Chris.
Got it. All right. I actually have my graphics. Is everyone ready? I told you grab your phones for some screenshots. Now we're going to go. Here we go. All right. So here's an idea of some different herbs you want to cook with. And these are just some graphics. You can read them later. They're kind of complicated, but I thought you might like to have it after class so you can kind of review what you might like to use in your cooking, which essential oils. So we have all of these essential oils: basil, cilantro, marjoram, oregano, rosemary, and thyme. Here's what you might want to use them for. Even potatoes are mentioned. That's one I didn't in pasta, just in a pasta sauce. Maybe it's not tomato sauce. What you're going to get is fresh, sharp, warm with these herbs. So all of these are available in essential oils. I'm going to go kind of quick. So hopefully you're going to take a screenshot. Let me know later if I've gone too quick and there's something you want a screenshot of that you didn't get. Okay. So these are different herbs that you want to cook with, and they all are there. And here is a citrus vinegar that you might like to put up there. Let's see if I can get it here. Your citrus vinegar. Here you go. Citrus vinegar. You just take some white wine vinegar, a grapefruit, a lime, and an orange, and then you pump up the taste with these vitality oils, orange, lime, and grapefruit. Mix it all together and you will have some beautiful vinegar to mix with your cooking or your meals. And it mentions here you might use balsamic vinegar instead, which is the vinegar I usually have in my house. So I would probably use balsamic vinegar. That pumps up the taste a little bit more. So if you got a screenshot of that graphic, let's go. What else do I have for you? Here are, let's see, some common oils that you might want to use when you are baking. These are like your spices here. Let me bring this graphic up for you. And what vitality oils do we have for you here? We have black pepper. We have, what else do we have there? I have my graphics in my way. Cinnamon, coriander, ginger, fennel. These are all available in the Vitality line. And there's an idea of what you can do with them. As we were talking about before, these work on our body. Black pepper is great for joints. Cinnamon is great for management of your blood pressure. Ginger is great for your digestion. So when you're using these, if you can use them after you've heated whatever you're cooking, if you can put them in, like it's a sauce and you can put them in later, or if it's oil or vinegar that you're not going to cook with, you get all those therapeutic benefits of these beautiful vitality oils. All right, what else do I have for you here? I've got so many graphics for you guys. I hope you enjoy some of these. And let me see what else I think you will. Here's a salad dressing recipe. If you would like some beautiful salad dressing using our Vitality oils. It is lemon herb olive oil. You're going to use your lemon Vitality, your rosemary Vitality, and your basil Vitality. You could use this in your salsa or your hummus also. But this just makes a beautiful olive oil that's infused with these Vitality oils. All right, everybody got that? Got the screenshot of that? Let's go on. I have so many things for you. Ideas for a marinade. Would you like some ideas for marinade? Here we go. If you are a real chef, you marinate things. I am always cooking things at the last minute, so I don't have time to marinate them. But you can use the rosemary. This is an idea, a recipe for the rosemary marinade. What about basil in your marinade? There you go. You could also use parsley. We have that in an essential oil. And what else is mentioned there? The black pepper. You could use that instead of pepper itself. So those are, if you got a screenshot of that for some marinades. Let's go on. I've got more for you. I have endless graphics. That's why I thought you might want to grab your phone. What about guacamole? I think Rochelle's made this for us before on class, but here's the recipe. If you would like to use your Vitality oils for marinade, you have your avocado, you have cream cheese, you have onions, chives, and what Vitality oils are we using? Basil, lemon, and lime. Beautiful for a guacamole dip. Okay. Let's see if I have some more graphics that I can share with you. Here we go. What do we have that we want to share with you? I'm just blowing through these. So if you want me to repeat any of them later, let me know. What about you're doing some Asian cooking? What Vitality oils, what recipes do I have for you here? How about some seasonings? An Asian seasoning blend. This has the essential oils, ginger, lemongrass, orange, and black pepper, just mixed with some sea salt. So it's a little bit of a different recipe for you for a seasoned salt. And then there's also a rosemary garlic rub where you can use your rosemary and black pepper oil with some olive oil, garlic, and salt. So hopefully you guys got a screenshot of that. What about pairing different things with your oils? Here's some ideas of how you can pair them together. What pairs nicely? In this graphic, we've got avocado paired with lime. Lime is beautiful with so many things. That's one of our favorite Vitality oils too. Garlic and rosemary go very well together. Tomatoes and basil go beautifully together. Blueberries and lavender Vitality oil go beautiful together. Apples and cinnamon go beautiful together. So these are ideas for you all. Hopefully next time we do this class, you can share with us what you've done. If some of you on here have already done some of this, you can let us know. How was it? What did you think? But is this really something that you might want to do? Let me show you what Women's Day has to say about Young Living's Vitality line. There was an article in a Women's Day magazine, and it says 12 household products you shouldn't live without. Well, it mentions Young Living's Vitality oils there. So everyone knows how beautiful they are, and it's even been praised in magazines. Okay, that's one thing I wanted to show you. What else do I have that I want to show you guys tonight? How about a chipotle seasoning blend? I love spicy things. So of course, for me, this is a beautiful recipe. You have your chili, your paprika, you have garlic. What else do we have in there? You can use pepper or your black pepper oil, your cumin essential oil, your lime essential oil, and your cilantro essential oil. So hopefully you can get a screenshot of that and you have a nice chipotle seasoning You don't have to go to the store and buy these expensive seasonings. You can make this on your own. So that's just one idea out there for you. And this is something that you might think about doing. Let's see what else I definitely want to show with you here. And then, oh, I found my brownie recipe. Yay. Let me go ahead and show this recipe to you. This is actually made with Young Living's einkorn flour, which is another whole class, the pure, clean flour that Young Living sells. You have some coconut oil, you have maple syrup, eggs, you have the flour, you have cocoa powder, you have baking powder, salt, and peppermint vitality. So this is an idea. You can grab the $1.99 brownie mix and throw your 10 drops of peppermint oil in there too. But if you want it to be more, you can do it.
You want me to?
Yes. This is.
Okay,
My email depends.
let's see what else we have for you guys here. I have.
You hold it there. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You can insert it, I think.
Insert.
Okay, there we go. Peppermint brownie bites. What else do I have that I want to share with you guys? You might want to get a screenshot of. How about some pasta? Hopefully you can see this. I think this came from a former class, and this might be from our dear Rochelle. Tell me if that looks familiar to you. But it's pasta primavera. And this pasta primavera is with asparagus, onions, garlic, salt and pepper, green peas, lemon vitality. I guess the lemon vitality is the one vitality that's in there. I thought there was another one. But if you can get a screenshot of that, if pasta primavera is your thing, there you go. It is a beautiful taste of spring, and that's where we are. So that's another recipe that we can have out there for you all. Okay. We have one or two more that I want to show you all here. These are just some of my favorites. Let's just talk a little bit about using this might sound a little strange to you, but I had mentioned the lavender oil. So lavender is in our vitality line, geranium isn't, but lavender, you can use this, of course, when you're making your beauty products, but for cooking, you want this in your jellies, cakes, cookies, and light desserts. So floral is another scent made from the vitality line of Young Living that you might have in your desserts. There you go. Okay. Last but not least, let me share one more graphic with you guys here, and then we're going to take some of your questions that you might have. And this is how to make ice cubes that have the vitality oils in them that brighten up any drink. So we know that oil and water don't mix. So if you want some flavored ice, this is very easy to do. You can use any of the citrus vitality oils, but if you put some fresh fruit, chopped up little fresh fruit in your ice cubes, or if you have a puree of fruit, then the oil is going to land on that fruit and be more dispersed through your ice. All right, guys. Well, that is what I have for you basically on cooking with essential oils. And we thank you all for coming. Those of you who invited a friend, I see some new people here. Please let me know. And your name is going to go into our drawing for a gift. So this is for anybody who invited a friend who popped on tonight. Let me know as soon as we hang this up. And just a reminder that if any of you decide to purchase about $100, 100 PV of product this weekend, you are going to go into my drawing for the Ember diffuser. So if you're on Facebook and you're doing this, please send me a message so I know that you've done this and I can put you in that drawing for the diffuser. Last but not least, I just want to show you the kit I was telling you about. If that's something that interests you, if you are interested in that Vitality Culinary cooking kit, this is what it looks like. So you can see it there. Hopefully you guys are all seeing that. It's hidden here. Okay, so it has 6 vitality oils in it. It has a bowl and some pure clean utensils that Dolores was telling you about earlier. But this kit is $95. So it gets you really close to that drawing for the diffuser. All right, we're going to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook so we can chat freely here on Zoom. Bye. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.